We're gonna go live. Okay, yeah.
Are we ready? Very good.
Yeah.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the closed session of the Hermosa Beach School Board for Wednesday, June 14th, 2023. Calling this session to order. Daniel, will you take the roll, please?
Board Member Barrow,
Present.
Board Member Cluth,
Present.
Board Member Bove LaMonica, Vice President Clerk Cole,
Present.
President Gardner,
Present.
all present.
All right. Awesome. Thank you. Next, we will have oral communications from the audience to the board. Seeing nobody in the room. Do we have anybody on the virtual?
No virtual comments.
All right. Then we will close public comment and we will adjourn to closed session. Thank you.
read it. I want to see just if I can read it like from here. But I think I should be able to. Mine is the L capital. That's Jason. I just want to make sure I can read it from here. Because I have bifocals now. But they don't work on my computer. Okay, so I'll have you go through like 3 slides. Yeah, I could read that. Let's do one more where it goes to goal 1. That one I can read. I think I'm going to try to do one more, please, if you don't mind. Yeah, I'm going to do that. And then I'll have my paper here so I could look at it too. Yeah, thank you.
Did you want time? Good. Okay.
Bring me a cookie, Aaron.
My 50 are,
I want a cookie. Thank you.
you good still? You need a
I'm
cookie?
good, thank you. Okay, so this is. You didn't print out the. She printed them out. But I like having. Both of them did. I'm sorry? No, I'll sign them tomorrow. One of them, I don't have her transcripts and I don't sign without. But I don't know what to do. Hey, Erin. Yeah. Thank you. I don't see a certificate for somebody. And Harrison. I want something over that. With the what? Oh, that's great. Sometimes slow, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
I was like. I don't believe that. It's not like that, right?
I mean, $20 later, that's kind of like 2 years ago, like, I played, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything's so expensive right now. Well, it's saying there is no fish. Right?
Yeah. We didn't have it there, I couldn't.
That's what I'm, yeah. Which one do you guys have?
You record.
Okay.
I love it. And driving it, me like, what, is that, they got like, you got a great interior, because it was, that was kind of like the last one they had on it.
You're like a court, right?
I'll take it.
I'm looking at that. Yeah. So that's the US.
18-year-old, even find alcohol. So you're gonna take that. You probably will be better on monitor and gas or something. But I have to go back to the Xterra and it's very pain.
Oh, God. Did you watch?
I should be going.
Yeah.
He went down. And then, like, you have, any type of injury or some kind of condition, you're on like full of hiring. Any kind of work, all the time. It is, we got all of them. And now it's 5.
And now she's again.
I don't think so either, so we're even looking at a new thing where it's still, events here, I don't. My mother, little old lady, she, I.
Wow.
Yeah, my life, I'm not looking glasses and bar pack and that and something.
I had never one contact her.
She hates it, she really hated anything to wear. Everybody did? No?
Everybody's yelling.
Okay, we might a little bit, out right here. They turned into an optometry like practice, so it's totally, there was a family over restaurant, it was really tasty, all the kids, soft and good, and then it was simple, so we went.
Yeah, something like, yeah, and then, stuff.
Yeah. There's a chance to-
Now, I'm gonna go, up north, like, the first weekend, something with that, I'm getting a lot. I'm gonna go to Cornell to. Cornell is really cool, though, but we'll go there, even when we come out, that was the. I don't know, it's much, everyone's conversation,
That was long.
you can really well, but I don't even practice. Because I was doing, maybe my husband, but every day I was doing, you don't want to really get into that. But for every day, rather than making sure that you can. And then I really want to. Oh, yeah.
Me too.
Good to see you up there.
I know, right?
Good to see you.
Thank you.
And then I. He never got into the way. That when I, that. Every time. There's no meaning that what we have got. Life, we were going to make that. That the family happened. He didn't have, he had some sort of long, he had a Bible. So. When you were about. Yeah, no, be nice, But he didn't have this name for Bible. So we kind of.
You're the.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the option, you can.
Oh, yeah, we got to do. And I think I come back in Tuesday, Monday.
How do you usually make your vacation? You just go to the vacation calendar and. You probably did it.
And I need to study how many days you're going to work. I can share your mind when I have it. When the internet.
Because like we were doing, our last leadership, we were talking about vacation.
Yeah. And how many days do you work?
Okay.
What's your time?
So, so, I'm like, I was on all of your.
Oh, it's good.
It's one weird thing, for the classified and. It's like I'm ready to.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna go with classified benefits, you do it.
But you get it roll over.
And you got, I really.
You know, I'm using it. That's why I want to do it.
Okay.
It's kind of on here.
We do deserve it, all the other times. We deserve it.
Thank you.
I was afraid that the time was there, and that's.
That's my fault. I didn't. I know.
So good.
I say the same thing. All of my brothers are over 6 feet tall.
Yeah.
My dad's 6 feet. My younger sister is taller than me.
Oh.
She's 5'8". I'm like, what did you?
You can see that with the generation of kids right now. And you see the kids, okay, my son's like, yeah, and then you see kids my height,
Yeah.
6, like in the 5th grade.
Yeah, I hate that.
Yeah. So like. There's some big. I was like, what are we?
Yeah. No, but you should see me going through the corridor. All of the 8th graders surround me because they're like, we don't want you getting knocked over, Miss A. They literally will surround me to get me through the other side. Because lunchtime, oh, it's horrible.
Yeah, this is.
I know, right?
Smells good. Whatever we did. I'm good. Is this where the teachers of the year are going to be?
Yeah.
Okay.
How are you?
I'm Linda King
Ah.
and my daughter-in-law is Karen. Of course. How are you, Sylvia?
Nice
Nice
to
to hear
hear
you again.
Oh, they're here. Beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Really nice match.
Where should we sit?
Anywhere you want.
Okay. We have a lot of us. Can I just put a thing?
I know, right? Like, right.
Take up the whole row.
Yeah, that's the one
Can I
right
do
there.
that or is that?
That's all. Yeah, I did.
Can I do that?
Yeah.
That way you get a good picture.
Here?
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
I know, I'm sitting with you. Okay. Look, if they're first down there, that's how you do it. I'm a teacher. Yes, ma'am. Now, that was- I used to be at you, did that.
There you go. I taught special ed in Lafayette.
Oh, nice. I can good.
Yeah, sure. It was a good school district. So you know.
I did a little, I want to be very employee. She's the best. Oh, my goodness.
She works hard.
Yes, she does. I've been in the classroom a few times, yeah, it's really good.
Okay, coach, good. And I asked him first.
Yeah. And the kids love it. And we have papers now, and still. So whenever I go in, I believe, like, to do it. I really think it's very fun. It's our butter go down, like, but it's not that. Work on real, important part of my life, and I'm here because of you. That's good. And that's what they learn. That's what they do. They come to this. No. Yeah, this is what we used to do. We used to pop in there. Could we do that? How are you? Oh, no. I know, I like it. Yeah, that. The kids are from the office.
Oh, you get that?
That's really good.
It's very good.
You love the office. Okay.
It's very good.
Yeah, right there. This term is playing where.
Oh.
And then-
That's it for the board. So,
I did a. You know, I've been here for. That's it. That's the reason I. Was on the other. Street. Yeah. It's very important. Especially with the king crossing. And lights now, oh my God. Yeah. I mean, they are, John. 16. And they will be running out. You better get out there. Yeah, it's very. That's what the time we walk into the office because. That's great. Yeah, they have to walk their right to and then. That's. Because. Yeah, it goes there. Because they have to walk along and walk. Yeah, very good. That makes sense. Yeah. Because they're pretty fast. And then you get one person coming on the front. Or there's often like that box across, and then a car comes in. So that's the reason why we have to walk. Of course, make that. One safe word. I was thinking about my family. I heard when you know me. Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want. I know. How the hell change? I'm one of those, it's not. I don't know. So why am I done for you? Because we need to come out and do it. Yeah, this is big. I mean, I was reading the report. And the volleyball coach. They won this year. Oh, wow.
And he's, I think he's been at Hermosa for 6 years.
Thank you.
And he's leaving. And he's sad to be leaving. But he has 3 little kids, and he's having to play with Bill Dollhouse. You know that. He's been on the and this time he must be.
Yes.
Oh, my
Well, I
goodness.
think when-
And this is his coming down, Joe, to, so he's been playing that. Sure, I'm.
Yeah.
They're gonna have it.
My cousin literally comes from Texas to see that every year.
Yeah.
Every year. Every year. And I'm like, oh, gee, bananas would be most of it.
Yeah, man, yeah, but it used to be, when I was every year, 25 years ago. That it was all free. Oh, wow. So it's sad, you know, we're like, please,
Now that's not.
but,
Yeah.
so you didn't have to. And all that.
And it was so hot.
It was not.
Yeah. Good.
She doesn't do it so.
Yeah. But now
Yeah,
it's humid, but not.
it's great. I was in Phoenix. It's not too long. Summertime, it got close to.
Yeah.
There, we got this all wrong.
Oh.
Thanks, Paul.
Thank you.
Thank you for so much.
No problem. See?
This thing's fine. How are you?
Are we ready? 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 Good evening. Welcome. Huge crowd tonight. Yay. Thank you everybody for coming. We got a lot of awesome announcements to get to where you're very, very proud of everybody. If we could please make sure that the doorway remains clear in the back. That is our emergency exit. So if something were to happen, we want to make sure we can get out. Please. Thank you. With that, I welcome to the regular meeting of the Hermosa Beach City School District School Board for Wednesday, June 14th, 2023. There's nothing to report from closed session. We're calling now the open session to order. Dinah, will you please take the roll?
Board Member Barrow,
Present.
Board Member Cluth,
Present.
Board Member Bove LaMonica,
Present.
Vice President Clerk Cole,
Present.
President Gardner,
Present.
all present.
Awesome. Thank you. If everyone will please rise and join us for the flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. We will now move on to approval of tonight's agenda. Do we have a motion?
So moved. Second.
Thank you, Jen. Thank you, Maggie. All in favor? Aye. Agenda is approved. All right, now we get to the fun part. Dr. Johnson, let's give some certificates out, please.
All right, first up, we have Mr. Harrison and the Hermosa Valley Middle School Band. Did the band make it? All right. They're building up the excitement.
It's going to be incredible. Get ready to dance, rock and roll, rock the F out, whatever you want to do. Oh, where's the drum major? That's not Mr. Harrison. I know it already did. They're coming. There he is.
All right. Hey, everybody. It's great to see you again. Everybody that's here getting honored tonight. We hope this is a special treat for you. We're going to squeeze the band inside. It's been a long 3 years, and this is the first time we've been back since I think it was 2018, 2019 school year was the last time we came and played for y'all. So thanks again for having us. Oh man, we did online music for a while. We did in-person music, but split up morning, afternoon sessions. So we weren't all together. Dr. Johnson upgraded us to a nice 30 by 40 foot tent when we did full-time music last year. And that got us back on track. And then this year we're back inside, back to regular traditional old school band. And I can't wait to show off all the kids and how great they sound. I make sure we can all fit in here. The band is growing despite everything we've been through, and we're trying to keep that going. So thank you for your continued support. We're gonna show off 2 short tunes. The first one is only a few minutes long, and then we're gonna do our big grand finale. So band, get ready for 10 masters in 2 minutes, all right? We went to our first festival since the 2018-2019 school year. And when you go to a festival, you get judged on your performance, on your timing and tuning and technique and all the T's. And I'm so proud of this year's band. We've only done it once before in the history of Valley bands, but this year we earned the highest rating possible, which is a gold rating, which means you scored. Thank you. Which means you scored in the 90th percentile or higher. So you get very specific feedback. Judges talk on tapes, recorded comments that we take back to the band room and continue to improve. So we're going to first show off one of our classes. We have two here together. This is what we call the senior band, primarily 7th and 8th graders. And this is one piece that we had fun playing this year. It's called 10 Masters in 2 minutes. All right, band, you ready? All right. Thank you so much. That's our senior band. Now we're going to have our 6th graders join in and play one final piece for you. But first, I'm going to ask the band to come all the way up. Flutes, you're going to be right on my back. We're going to try to get the rest of the guys in here. I forgot to show off our awesome plaque. It says gold, even though it's printed on silver. But we are going to play for you now our piece from our Pops concert, and then I know you got a lot of awards to get to tonight, but we're so glad to be back. Thank you so much. This is a theme from Jurassic Park, the great John Williams, who rumor has it is retiring this year after he does the very last Indiana Jones. Hope you enjoy Jurassic Park.
Wow, man. That was amazing. Can everyone hear me okay? Ken, this is a good idea. I'm a little vertically challenged myself, so I never realized. All right, so just want to say that you have to understand Form is one of the most prestigious band competitions in the state of California. So to go there is one thing, to place is another. To win gold is truly spectacular. I have been, and I must say the competition is so stiff. So you should all feel so incredibly proud. Everyone give them a round of applause. Very good. All right, so we have all these certificates here, and we're going to call everyone up one by one, and we're going to start with Frankie in the back there. Just make your way, just mess around. We're going to read off the names, and if you could give us a woot woot or play into your instrument, and we're going to go through. So let's give a round of applause for these people. Here we go. I got Jack Andrews, Matthew Bofton, Bowden, Kevin Codwell, Connor Candelas, Rachel Chu, Cordelia Ferriola Davis.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I picked the right one to jump in. Where is she? Ellie Gardner. Fiona Godoy. Up there she is in the middle. Taylor Greenstone. Daniel Hansen. Liam Hart. Isaac Lemieux. Amy Masinove Godek. I'm sorry. Frankie Marsaglia. June Narita Fang. Balthazar Nago. Devin Olson. Eli Rahman. Liam Redenmeyer. Liam Reynolds, all the way in the back. AJ Rose in the front. Wesley Rowe. Sage Ruby. Malik Salah. Salim Salah. Carson Schlichter. Derek Song. Abby Steinman. James Stevens right in front here. Luke Stroh-Snyder. Bodie Tallerday. Elijah Taylor. Lila Toner. The tuba man, Andrew Tarico. Tuba man and tuba man. Good to see you back there. Angelina Trong. Corey Soper. Cole Waldvogel. Brooks Wilmer. Euphonium. Kelly Wiley, all the way in the back. I will say, we talked about the forum and the honor that the band got. Kelly, I'm going to embarrass you for 1 second. Kelly was honored specifically as an outstanding musician at the forum. I forget the name of the exact award, but he was one of the outstanding musicians of all the kids at the forum. So congratulations, Kelly. Nicholas Zarkos. And last but not least, Kenji Zaw. All right, thank you, everybody. Mr. Harrison, thank you. Great job, band. I was in band. Low brass are my people in the back. So special shout out to them. Terrific job. We look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you. All right, thank you, band. Thank you, thank you.
All right, band about face. Thank you. Okay, I'll do them tomorrow. Yeah, easy. Thank you. Thanks for having us.
All right. Oh, I'm up next too.
We got more people. I'm supposed to.
All right. If I could have Olivia Hayen, athletic director. Hayen, I think after a year, I'd get that. It's not gonna be my night for names. Come on up, Olivia. All right. Next, we'd like to invite our coaches, if they're here, for boys volleyball. Javon Coronado, Canyon Seaman, Mike Lees, Jeff Miller, and for girls, Tate and Brooklyn, Montana. You guys in the house? Yeah, come on up here. Yeah, all right. And then we'd also like to invite up our boys and girls volleyball teams. Come on up. Come on up, come on up. All right. All right, so if you didn't know, our boys and girls volleyball teams went undefeated this year. Now, I just want to put that in perspective for a second, because I don't think people quite realize. So the average middle school in the South Bay is somewhere between about 1,200 and 1,500 kids. Our middle school is about 400 kids on a good day. So that is amazing. That means that pound for pound, our kids are exceptionally talented, and really you could call them underdogs, but we crush, so we're not really. So big round of applause for our girls. And then coach, if you'd like to present the awards to your players, so if you could read those off for me, because I'm bad in zero right now when it comes to pronouncing last names.
All right, we have Grace Lieb. Woo! Peyton Penn. Come on up, Peyton. We have Liliana Rossi. Michelina Rossi. She's here. Woo! Come join us. All right, Ombre Seal. Sagan Zaleski. And then we also, let's see, we have one for Aaron also. Aaron, we'll make sure you have one. Here, take this for now. And then is Tristan Del Riego here? All right, and a round of applause for Tristan as well. Oh, and Mila Glockson. Ooh. All right, girls, we'll make sure that you guys have papers when you get to school tomorrow, okay? I'm really proud of this group. We actually had a couple girls need to step back, and we actually only had, I think, what, Coach, 8 girls on the team? I think it was 8, and you guys worked so hard. We're really, really proud of you. And to go undefeated is really huge. So congratulations. Thank you, Coach, for being there.
And if we could all get together to take a picture.
Girls, come over here.
All right. Next, we'd like to invite up our Hermosa Valley Student Council.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone, or good evening. Hi, my name is Madison Young, and I'm Valley Student Council Vice President.
Hi, my name is Corey Soper, and I am a representative of Student Council.
Hello, my name is Ellie Gardner, and I am a class representative on the Student Council. And we are excited to join you for our last board meeting as Valley students, and we are here to update you on what has been happening at Valley.
Although we are still winding down the year with only a few days left of school, there is still a lot going on at Valley.
In elective classes, students are working hard on their end of the year projects. In video production, students are working on personal choice videos. They can recreate something that we have done in class or come up with their own video subject idea. Students who will present their videos to their peers.
In STEAM 8, students are working together on their personal projects where they're researching, designing, and building or creating their product. Students are using the workshop tools, the Epilogue laser, a sewing machine, Scratch online coding software, a Python coding program, Paint, Canvas, and wood to work on their projects. Some examples of student creations are a new pair of jeans from 2 pairs of jeans, a sea glass necklace, a birdhouse, a tech deck skating ramp / skate park, a video game, and an acrylic mini surfboard.
In STEAM 7, students are working on a mini golf unit where they are working to design and build a mini golf hole. They're using a microbit to program servo motors and lights through block-based coding. The students are also designing a scorecard for their hole. For the final days of school, students are working on creating board games and filming and editing music videos. In STEAM 6, students are using a Scratch program to create their own original superhero and villain animations that can interact by programming coding blocks. Students also have been working on ping pong launching devices, creating products and commercials, creating egg drops, and performing movie dubs.
In Art 6 and 7, students are learning about color theory. They're also learning how to mix colors using primary colors and acrylic paint. They're also learning how to create tints and shades on landscapes, and will be working on an abstract painting project during the final days of school.
In Art 8, students are working on their oil pastel unit that uses Georgia O'Keeffe's work as inspiration. Students walk around and observe spaces in the school garden as inspiration for their projects. In Math in the Real World, students are presenting their Shark Tank projects to guest judges as part of their business or entrepreneurial unit. They also had a guest speaker from SpaceX come and present about their latest rocket launch in engineering.
Drama students are beginning their presentations of A Midsummer Night's Dream, while 8th grade drama students are creating their own commercials.
And now for some 8th grade updates. Algebra 1 and Spanish 8 students have taken their end of the year finals.
For the past few weeks, 8th graders have been working hard on writing books for the 3rd graders. Today, the 8th graders met their 3rd grade partners and read their books to them in person. Students met on the field and learned more about each other while sharing their books. They were so excited to be a part of such a fun tradition at Valley.
8th graders also completed their speeches in Ms. Rangel's language arts class. Students who were interested presented their speeches to the teachers last week to try out with the goal of giving their speeches during their 8th grade promotion. There were a lot of amazing speeches, and it was a tough decision for the teachers. The 8th graders also had the chance to each create a personal title for Valley. They were so excited to be able to participate in this fun tradition and look forward to seeing them hung up on Valley's campus.
Tomorrow, Valley will hold the annual student versus staff softball game. All grade levels will be able to watch the game.
Finally, we are getting ready to say goodbye to our 8th graders as they are preparing to move on to high school. The 8th graders will be having their graduation ceremony this Friday, June 16th at 5 p.m. at Valley School. We hope to see everyone there as we celebrate and say our goodbyes. And we want to say thank you again for allowing our student council to share what has been happening at Valley. We hope you all have a fun and relaxing summer. Thank you.
Thank you, student council. Fantastic as always. And next up, I'd like to invite the Superintendent Student Advisory Committee.
Right. Hi, everyone. I'm Madison Young again, and this is the Superintendent Student Advisory Council. Now, Mia Rose with the introduction of everyone. Thank you.
First we have Madison Young in 8th grade, Ashley Plummer in 8th grade, Corey Stoper in 8th grade, and we have Anya in 5th grade, Marlo in 5th grade, and me, Mia Rose, in 5th grade. We applied using online applications, and they were looked over carefully by Dr. Johnson over there. And
Dr. Johnson.
we got in, and here we are. Up next, Corey.
Thank you, Mia. So I was chosen to work for purpose. What is the purpose of Student Advisory Council? Well, the purpose for this council is to basically share the voices of students and their concerns to help improve the school, like it being trash cans, less trash, all that stuff. It's a way for students to share everything they want to maybe help improve the school. And it doesn't define if you get in based on your gender, your race, your ethnicity, nationality, sexuality. It's a completely free way to get in. It doesn't take that much of work, and it's honestly really fun to be with.
Hello, my name is Anya, and in the Superintendent Student Advisory Council, we have been working a lot on trying to modify the school lunches for the better, starting with restocking the salad bar and making sure that the food is organized and in the right places. We have also added some new items, including the bento box for breakfast and a cookie, which we have samples of.
Thank you. We'll take those. Always cookies are always good. The yogurt bento box. Pass them down. Where are the cookies? Come on. Let's share. Sharing is caring.
We have also been able to give 6th through 8th grade a second lunch, and hopefully next year we can work towards opening up that option for 5th graders as well. As a team, we have been giving Dr. J our feedback on the food options. One of the group's favorite lunches is the chicken. And next, Marla will be talking about the campus. I just want to start off by saying that our not so spotless campus has greatly improved since the beginning of the year. And I'm
Good job, Jay.
incredibly proud to say that Superintendent Student Advisory has been the cause of a lot of those improvements. We've spread out lunch tables and trash cans, which helped reduce our school's littering. There was also this really dirty spot next to the gym, and I mean really dirty. Food scraps up to your knees, seagulls in crowds swarming, ants the size of potatoes. No, really, not that bad. But it was really dirty. And our team talked about it. We discussed it. And in the end, the lunch tables in that area were removed. And the final result was a much cleaner, nicer spot where now you can find the buddy bench and 5th graders playing volleyball. The feedback that we give to Dr. Johnson continues on to maintenance and operations in order to improve our campus's cleanliness. Now, moving on to Madison to talk about the shack.
All right, so the shack was a new idea brought upon the Superintendent Advisory Council as well as student government this year. And I thought it would benefit students in 3 main areas. 1, healthy snacks aligned with the HBCSD healthy requirements. 2, custom spiritware and merchandise promoting reusability. And 3, essential items like pencils, graph paper, and flashcards. The profits from the shack would go to the student council, which then could be funded for events, programs, or other initiatives chosen by the students. If we look a little bit deeper into the shack's 3 focus areas, we believe that we can provide snacks before and after school and during lunchtime that meet healthy food requirements, deliver variety to students offering, and do not compete with school lunch offerings. We have completed some initial research into what MiraCosta is offering and what they are selling. We'd like to provide some samples for review to make sure that they meet the school requirements as the next step. For the Shack's second offering, we would provide some more tailored spiritware and various products to promote reusability. Some ideas are class t-shirts and reusable Valley water bottles. We could even support activities like Valley Valentine grams for students. Lastly, the Shack can support basic needs of students with various class essentials. We are constantly asked by our fellow class members, do you have a piece of graph paper? Do you have a pencil? The Shack is here for your needs. This would be a great way to raise money for student council and provide a convenient service to the school community. And we look forward to what our next year initiatives are on the Shack. Now, passing on to Ashley with next year's plans. So my name is Ashley Plummer, and for next year's plans, as Madison and Anya already said, we plan on improving the Shack and school lunches. We also plan on expanding the Student Advisor Council to 14 students, as well as having a continued consultation for facility and program needs. Now on to Corey and Marlo for questions.
Okay, so it's us again. You know us already. Anybody have any questions?
I have one question. Can I have another? Please.
The cookie or not the cookie? That's the question.
Thank you. But great job. You guys are making a real big difference. Thank you for volunteering and all the work that you're doing. You're making a real difference. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Don't leave. All right, for my superintendent's student advisory council, we have certificates of appreciation for you. Do you mind helping me? Corey. Ashley. Thanks. Madison. Marlo. Anya. And Mia Rose. Let's get together. All right, we're gonna take a picture. All right. All right, wait, I still have one. Right. Thanks, guys. Good job. All right, next we have one retirement. That's because no one wants to leave. You know what I mean? Like everyone. So if I could invite up Michelle Goodlet and speaking on her behalf, Megan Ehrman.
You can stand next to me, you're my friend. Hi, everyone. My name's Megan Ehrman. I'm the special education teacher at Hermosa Valley. And it is my honor to be here today to recognize Miss Goodlet. I get emotional. I'm emotional too. I can usually get through these kind of things. To celebrate her hard work and her dedication to Hermosa Beach City School District, and specifically our program. Talk amongst yourselves. Okay, I'm just not gonna look at you, move that. If you look up dedicated in the dictionary, the definition would be you. And I know.
There's my guy, he's back in
Michelle, Miss Goodlet, good old Miss Goodlet, one of the original lovely ladies I met back in 2013. She was a key component to the success of the special day class we opened at Valley. Michelle was my right-hand woman. I could not have envisioned a better wing woman, friend, or colleague. I'll get through this. This is why I tell you I can't speak at things. I am just so grateful for all that she did for me and for each of my students and has continued to do here in our schools. Michelle was excited to be part of our class. She was eager to help students, quick to learn new strategies. She was driven to improve each and every life she encountered. Any behavioral plan that needed to be set in place, she was ready to tackle. Any strategies used in the special day classroom, she was quick to carry over. Any class project, she was ready to get her hands dirty. Any math lesson, well, she was ready to make it a party. The goal was learning is fun. And any class party, we all know she is the life of a good party. So you knew you were in for a great time if Ms. Goodlet was helping plan or attend a special day class event. From Willy Wonka to the Scooby-Doo gang, these were especially memorable moments to our students because of Michelle. It is rare to find individuals who are always a yes person, and Michelle is a yes person. Anytime I needed a para to support a student on sleepaway camp, she was in. The delight on students' faces knowing Miss Goodlet was attending with them was priceless. Anytime we were short and I needed extra para coverage, she was ready. Support with community-based instruction, the first to volunteer and really help and shape the life skills of the individuals in our program. She was always hands-on and ready to enhance the lives in our community, her community. In the general education classroom, Michelle's support has helped students with special needs year after year really flourish and blossom. Modifying material, providing direct instruction, providing hands-on examples, building routines that lead to their independence, implementing needed breaks at the perfect moments, eagerly attending speech lessons, OT lessons, PT lessons, so she would be able to carry over skills taught throughout the day, truly shaping her students' lives, to mastering the nurture and education of their fellow classroom peers, to help facilitate, support, and build friendships and relationships for her students. Her fun, bubbly, and kind spirit impacts all students when she is in the classroom. Her dedication and advocacy will be greatly missed. Being eyes in all environments, she was quick to inform the special education team where support was needed. She was quick to inform me of social situations and challenges that were taking place. This was crucial in helping me be in all places at once. My eyes are everywhere because of you. This was crucial for me to help support my students in the best way possible. She wanted the absolute best for all students. Michelle, your smile, vibrant personality, and enthusiasm will be missed, leaving huge shoes to fill. If I could describe a dream paraprofessional, it's you. This part I'll get through. I know. I know. I have wished and prayed you would be placed back in my room. I'm sad to see you go. Good times. We did. But I have beautiful memories and I will cherish them. You have earned this. I'm so excited for your retirement and hope that you really enjoy peace, relaxation, and quietness. If you remember, there were like 20 of us in a very full room.
There was.
So I hope you enjoy quietness. You deserve it. And from the staff who had the honor to work with you, thank you. And from all the lives of the students, your hard work has benefited. Thank you. We love you, Michelle. Cheers to the good life. Cheers. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, Michelle, when you retire, though, you get a lot of paperwork. So hold on 1 second. Yeah.
Well, I just want to say that I want to thank Sylvia for letting me join the team and be part of this community. I've worked with some of the best teachers, starting with Miss Murtha, our first year together in kinder, and Miss Jones being in your class, in the middle school classes, watching Mr. Harrison's music class. Oh my gosh, what a treat, being there every day. Going to camp at, you know, the science camp, Catalina, Idlewild. It's just been a joy. And there are some difficult times.
Oh, yeah.
And we managed to get through them, but with leadership like Ms. Overbeck and Sylvia and you, and having Megan to mentor me during those times, and having wonderful parents like parents and working with Ms. Stevens here, it's just a joy. So it's kind of sad, but need to do it. I'm getting old.
Don't worry, we'll drag you back as a substitute, so you can count on it.
So I hear.
All right, so we always have the paperwork. So hold on 1 second. We got first from the California State Senate from Michelle Goodlet. Yeah, Ben Allen gets in on this. There you go. Very good. All right, Next, this is from us. You mean like so? From Hermosa Beach is your certificate of retirement. You can't cash it in for anything. Sorry. Yeah, this is from Congress, from Ted Lieu. He says goodbye. From the city of Hermosa Beach, they heard and they said, you know what? Mayor Jackson said, Michelle, goodbye. And then, of course, the official wave for retirement. Congratulations. Very good. And we're going to take a picture for happy memories.
And of course, thank you to my family. Emily,
Good decision.
Emily, alumni, Ian, alumni.
Oh, get your family up here. You're going to take a picture. Don't resist. Just let it happen. Thanks, guys. Thanks for being here.
Okay.
Congratulations. I'm really happy for you. I'll see you soon. All right, man, rolling here. Next, I'd like to invite up Principal Overbeck, who is going to announce her Employees of the Year at Hermosa View and Hermosa Vista.
Good evening, board. Got lots of good people up here. All right, first, I'd like to present our Classified Employee of the Year for View School, Mr. Juan. Mr. Juan couldn't be here tonight due to a family obligation, so he says. I have my suspicions that he's too humble to come accept this award, but so I will present it and deliver it to him tomorrow morning. Mr. Juan is formally employed as the View noon duty aide, but he wears quite a few more hats. He is also a Vista noon duty sub, a maintenance sub, a paraeducator sub, and he fills in as a TK aide when needed too. He goes where he's needed and he really keeps the school running. Mr. Juan knows the students and they all know him. While on duty, Mr. Juan has meaningful, memorable interactions with kids. Sometimes he has all 150 students in a grade level sing happy birthday together to honor a student, or he might give a lecture on the safety reasons behind not sharing food, as he did today. He is someone that students know that they can trust, and they know that he is the boss of lunchtime. I don't know if Mr. Juan knows but between View and Vista, there's quite a competition to see who can keep him at their campus because he's very much wanted and needed at both. Mr. Juan is a flexible team player, and when absences arise or there's a change in schedule, his immediate response is always, yep, no problem. He goes wherever he's needed. He's responsible, professional, he respects kids, he respects adults, and he's intentional in all of his interactions. He's solution-oriented, and when things don't go as planned, he works it out. He is a very special person and very, very deserving of this award. So I'd like to celebrate Mr. Juan tonight. The second person I'd like to present to you tonight as the Employee of the Year is our certificated Miss Carrie King. Miss King is known across the district as being a model first grade teacher. She brings a fun and engaging learning style to her students and is always finding new ways to reach them. Miss King has a big heart
And she works tremendously hard with students and families to ensure that their child is getting the right support. She makes herself available to meet with parents when discussing concerns or to praise the child's success. And she's taught kindness and acceptance by words and through example, supporting and celebrating differences in her classroom. As a colleague, Ms. King's willingness to help anyone and everyone is commended. She's a mentor in the teacher induction program for the district and never hesitates to jump in and help any of her colleagues under any circumstance. She's flexible, professional, and welcomes alternative perspectives and solutions for the future. She's a lifelong learner and strives to continually improve her practice to meet the needs of her students and colleagues alike. All of this would be plenty to justify a well-deserved award. But as one staff member put it, Carrie doesn't just go the extra mile, she goes the extra light year. This year, Ms. King has taken on a new role as teacher in charge at VIEW in order to support students and staff when I'm off campus. Ms. King makes herself available as needed, handling situations that may arise while still keeping her focus on students in her classroom. She leads by example with her flexibility and positivity and thinks a step ahead in order to ensure things run smoothly and efficiently. When Ms. King speaks, students and staff listen. She is someone we can all count on, and she is passionate about her work. Ms. King, congratulations on being Certificated Employee of the Year. Switching gears to Vista, I have a classified employee of the year to celebrate. She's rolling her eyes already. Come on. Don't sit down. You have to stay up here this whole time. I first met Miss Ileana as a maintenance worker with Mr. Ed, who's here to support her tonight, back at VIEW about 10 years ago. And we were apart for a few years while I was at Valley, but I'm so grateful to work alongside you now again at Vista. I'm convinced that even after these 10 years, she cannot go a single interaction without smiling. Ileana always greets staff and students, fostering a genuine sense of community, especially with new staff, and she is always on alert for how she can support others' needs. Miss Ileana has very high standards for herself with her workload, yet takes time to listen to the requests and needs of staff throughout the day. Whether it's a change in plans, rainy day schedule, or a special event, Ileana works hard to meet and exceed every need and request. While Miss Ileana's position does not involve as much student interaction as many others, she easily and frequently interacts with students, supporting them in a variety of ways, and she works diligently to maintain a high-quality learning environment for students. She shows her commitment through her hard work ethic, and she is respected for her dedication and her work by her colleagues and substitutes. Miss Ileana is not afraid of learning and trying new things, and she even takes on extra shifts when needed. As one colleague put it, she never fails, or at least if she does, I've never seen it. Ileana, it's an honor to celebrate you tonight as Classified Employee of the Year. Mr. Sanchez, will you please come on up? Congratulations. Last but not least, I'd like to share the Certificated Employee of the Year for Vista School. Mr. Sanchez is a longtime member of the third grade team, and I've had the pleasure of working alongside him on that team. He works to build a positive atmosphere among his colleagues and his students. As a teacher, Mr. Sanchez promotes a collaborative environment with his students and is always willing to listen and support them both in and out of the classroom. Mr. Sanchez is a friendly, professional colleague, willing to help out and not afraid to speak up. He is a creative thinker and a problem solver with a solutions-based approach to challenges. As the grade level lead this year, Mr. Sanchez takes extra time out of his day to help his colleagues and subs whenever it's needed. In addition to his high-quality teaching, Mr. Sanchez took on a new position this year as the Watchdogs Coordinator at Vista. In this role, he communicates with volunteers ahead of time, plans their schedule for the day, personally greets them that morning, and ensures that they have a positive experience and a meaningful experience while at school. Mr. Sanchez strives to provide an environment where all people, staff, students, and volunteers can learn and thrive. He is continuously learning and growing as an educator and is an essential part of the Vista team. I'm proud to present you with the award tonight for Certificated Employee of the Year. So many people. Thank you very much, board. Good evening, board and everyone. We're going to switch gears and talk about Employees of the Year at Hermosa Valley School. So I would like to actually first welcome Lara Hareska up to the microphone, our Hermosa Valley Teacher of the Year. Don't read it from my shoulder. I love you. I'm going to hold it together too. Hi. I feel quite honored tonight to share a little bit about this amazing teacher and colleague. When I began my career in Hermosa last year, can't believe it's been only one last year. I requested a meeting with the grade level leadership team. Lara asked me if I had completed the special schedule, and as a high school master scheduler, I knew she was misspeaking. Maybe Hermosa called the master schedule the special schedule, which was done. No. As I now know, it is accurately called the special schedule because it encompasses a plan of our music, STEAM, library, PE programs, shared district-wide, our specials. Short answer was no, I did not have that completed. Thanks to Ms. Hareska, alongside Mr. Sanchez and Ms. Aranda, we left that day with one heck of a draft schedule a week before school. Yay. Ms. Hareska is a lover of kids. She is sad when they're sad and proud when they accomplish something great. She celebrates and encourages them, holds them accountable, acknowledges their growth, is worried about them when they're sick, and makes learning fun. Lara has an incredible brain for problem solving because she is a creative. Sudokus don't stand a chance against this powerful brain. Our relationship has grown from what I remember to be transactional respect. Can you tell me what Colonial Day is? What are your plans for rolling out fitness testing? To a true collaborative partnership of understanding, acceptance, and honesty. Let's take all the kids to the beach. I need your help. I don't think that will work because of this. How about we try this? People are frustrated with this. How can I help? Lara is high speed, low drag, and incredibly competent. There are also times when we pass one another and say nothing at all. Hey, did you get my email about that thing? Yeah, I called her yesterday. Okay, did she say how much it would cost for the extra part? I think the other lady's going to handle that. Oh, cool. I didn't know she was coming. Literally nothing was said. You are an amazing fifth grade teacher, one half of the teacher in charge role at Valley, grade level lead, graduation chair, spirit games guru, social committee chair, doer of all things you do without having signed up for them or being paid for them, colleague, daughter, mother, wife, friend, and human being. And I'm just lucky to know you. Congratulations, Teacher of the Year, Hermosa Valley School. Making flowers. David Carver.
Got it. Your balloons flying.
Okay, there we go. Here's your certificate, and here is your wave. Guy puts the body on the line. Yeah.
David Carver hates this. So I will be brief. He's the best there is. Just kidding, I have more, sorry. What I respect most about Mr. Carver is his incredible ownership over the Valley campus. When I began here, I quickly learned this is his school. Make no mistake about that. That perspective or ownership is something that makes David so irreplaceable. He is smart, calculated, honest. After the completion of the beautiful Student Wellness Center, which, by the way, David received furniture for, helped to build, showed kids how to use Allen wrenches, he came in and said, and I said, "Don't you just love it?" David responded, "As long as we can turn it back into a classroom when we need to." I literally laughed. I think the NPR full of furniture last year caused him irreparable harm. I once kiddingly suggested we burn it all. And I thought I saw him reach for a match. It was a low point for both of us. In all seriousness, David is the epitome of the thankless human being. He will work twice as hard and twice as much to get the job done and will never breathe a word of that. He will walk briskly to a teacher's aide to help with a student who got sick in a classroom without ever hesitating. He would theoretically kick in a wall on fire to to put it out and save his building. Does he get his jabs in? Yes. Hey, this is a great example of something to put in a work order. Just kidding, I'm on it. David is a man of high moral character. He is dedicated to being the best at his job and I recognize that every single day. When David is absent, everybody loses. Thank you for being a Hermosa Valley staple, for your honesty, humor, and unwavering commitment to what is right and just. I'm lucky to work alongside you. We all are. Thank you.
One more picture.
Thank you, Park.
All right, we got one more. So next, I'd like to announce the Administrator of the Year. All right, Principal Bledsoe, come on up. And your family's here. Take the wave. You get a certificate too. Come on in, family. Congratulations. They've been super cool about it because they've been waiting in the foyer for a while now to surprise her. Hey, congratulations. Yeah. All right, I gotta say a few words. All right, get close. Principal Jessica Bledsoe told her superintendent, me for reference, that he was the, quote, brother she never wanted. Once, in a critical parent meeting, she, without me present, said her superintendent should be cut some slack because he was busy running the whole district during a pandemic and, quote, is like 11 years old. Fearing this would be repeated to the superintendent, she picked up the phone afterward and called the superintendent to admit this, you know, the 11-year-old thing, and said to him, quote, I mean, it's like true though. I think this is to say Jessica is so talented and so genuine that she could probably get away with calling her superintendent all sorts of things. And I mean, she has. Yeah, mostly. Jessica Bledsoe has completed her second year as principal of Hermosa Valley School. While a more straightforward school year than the last, it did mark transitions. Foremost, it was without the 2-year limitations of COVID-19. It would miss the mark to say this year was normal, since normal had lost its normalcy. It possessed many transitional challenges and high expectations to succeed. This year has been a home run for Jessica. She is an absolute talent. She excels at command. She crafts relationships. Jessica has a vision and she is willing to take the necessary risks to realize it. If Jessica has foibles, they are tied to her willingness to step in the ring when most educators talk about their great ideas and never risk trying them. Jessica gets Hermosa. In fact, this superintendent has come to better understand Hermosa through Jessica. Staff, students, the community, she gets their vibe. This year, Jessica almost out Hermosa'd Hermosa. She literally took the entire school to the beach. She deserves a lot of credit here, and her work represents Peter Drucker's line, "Culture eats strategy for breakfast." Jessica doubled down on culture for a second year, and as a consequence, academic achievement is on the verge of an all-time high. Jessica has taken personal ownership over Hermosa Valley and made it first in the South Bay. The Wellness Center and the Staff Lounge are physical examples. Others may be organizational, such as instructional rounds, or ceremonial, such as innovative assemblies. Her presence and personality has shaped what the school does. She should take a long bow for her work in special education, student success teams, targeted counseling and mentorship, and safety efforts towards social media, fentanyl, bikes, and anti-bullying. It has been a joy to work with Jessica Bledsoe and be part of what she and her team have accomplished. When I think of my tenure in Hermosa, I can only divide it between before and after Jessica Bledsoe's arrival. Thank you. Yes. We're going to take a picture, and then if we could have all of our employees of the year come up so we can take a group picture together. Yeah, David, get in.
Come on,
Congratulations.
I just want to give a big thank you to the families who came out tonight. And I also want to thank you on behalf of the school district. We know that our people have to give up a lot to be great. So thank you for being tonight, and thank you for your service to our district.
All right. Wow. Bye, everybody. We'll get back to our usual empty meeting now. Thank you, everybody. Congratulations to all of our employees of the year, all of our students who are honored tonight, our Superintendent Advisory Council, our volleyball teams, our bands, it's a night like tonight that really shows why Hermosa is special and the best little beach schools. Best little beach schools. This is what it's all about. That's why we put in the late nights. Everybody puts in the early mornings, puts in all the work. It's nights like tonight that show you why. Yeah, it's just really special. Just really special. So thank you, Dr. Johnson, for putting that all together. Like, yeah, that was awesome.
Thank you. Team effort.
All right. Okay. So moving on. Oral communications for the audience to the board. Nancy, you got anything to say? Yeah. Well said, Nancy. Well said. Dinah, we got anything in the virtual?
None.
None. That's what I thought. All right. So we're going to close oral communications for the audience to the board, and we'll move on to the superintendent update. Dr. Johnson.
Thank you. I'll keep it brief. I just want to give a big thank you. We had our HVPTO and HBF meeting last night. So just a big thank you to our folks. I want to give a special shout out to Erin Smith, who is our HBF president, served 2 years. Just so many volunteers. It's just nice to be in that room with them, and it was a good celebration. And we sent off some of our folks that are moving on from Hermosa Valley, some of our great volunteers as well. That was a special night. And then just a big shout out to our staff. The end of the year is very hard to close out. The last 2 weeks can be a lot of fun and a lot of work. So we are doing modernization work on top of it. So we have people that are packing some stuff up. There's going to be some transitions. So it's just an exciting and busy time. So big thank you to staff. And then here we are at the end of the year. So I want to give a special thanks to my team, our team. There's so much work that goes on behind the scenes. If I've done anything right, it's because I'm a beneficiary of good people around me that are much smarter. So big kudos. And then a big shout out to the board. Thank you. This has been a successful year. If people ask us like, how is your school district having the success that it's having? I'm like, it all starts with the board. So thank you, board. It's been a fun ride these 3 years, and let's keep it going.
Thank you, Dr. Johnson. Are there any questions, Superintendent? All right, seeing none, we will move on to our public hearing. All right, here we go. We will start with H-05-2223 on the hearing on the 2023-2024 local control and accountability plan and annual updates. We will now open the public hearing. I am seeing nothing in the room, nothing on the virtual. So is there a motion to close the public hearing on the LCAP?
So moved.
Thank you, Maggie. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Jen. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Public hearing is closed. Next, we'll move on to our second public hearing, which is H-06-2223, the hearing on the 2023-2024 local control funding formula budget. We will now open the public hearing. Seeing nothing in the room, nothing on the virtual. So with that, do we have a motion to close this public hearing?
So moved.
Thank you, Quinn. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Kathy. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Our second public hearing is now closed as well. We move on to board reports. Do we have anybody? We'll start with this. Quinn, anything? Maggie, go
I
ahead.
forgot to give it to Dennett, but I've been attending on behalf of the board, the South Bay Community Coalition Against Hate. So this is a group that is meeting with representatives from city council, school boards, nonprofits, and faith organizations across the South Bay, from El Segundo through Torrance. I'm going to forward on the list of events to Jason to distribute out to the community and to the board. One thing that's upcoming is the Juneteenth. El Segundo is hosting a festival on the 19th. There's also Holly Mitchell, our supervisor, hosting Ciclavia on the 18th. That will also be in honor of Juneteenth. And Redondo Beach is formally recognized this day. So there's a variety of events. It's designed to promote awareness against discrimination and hate language and hate actions in the community. That is it.
All right. Thank you, Maggie. Anything on this end? Jen, Kathy?
Oh, I did have the Wellness Council, the last one for the year, and we just went back through all of the programs and thoughts that we were going to do for next year. So kind of planning and then thinking about expanding the board or the committee slightly and seeing if we can generate maybe a few more people of different genders to come onto the committee, have a little more balance in the group.
Yeah, it's all female minus this guy. And so we were talking about maybe trying to get some more male presence.
All right, sounds good. Thank you. I don't have any board reports either. So we'll move on to superintendent report and board discussion. Starting with R-42-2223 on the LCAP budget presentation, Ms. Gluck and Ms. Montalvo.
Good evening. Paula and I are here to present to you on the LCAP and the budget. Tonight, we will be reviewing the local control and accountability plan, which specifically describes the overall vision for students, annual goals, and specific actions aligned to achieve the vision for Hermosa schools. Our LCAP is based on participation and feedback from various educational partners, which we are proud to report. We've had a lot of input from various groups, and we are in year 2 of year 3 cycle for LCAP.
So you can move the mic closer in front of you, please.
Right there.
Yeah, maybe not that
You want me
close,
to go
but
back
closer.
and repeat?
No, it's okay.
Okay,
Go ahead.
perfect.
Thank you.
This slide that you can see, these are all of our kids on our slides today. So it shows a lot of the work that we are doing. But the LCAP is a tool to look at our student data, to set goals, plan actions, and leverage resources to meet those goals and improve our student outcomes. The 8 state priorities listed on the right are encompassed within our 3 goals, which align really nicely with our strategic plan. So I'm happy to report that we continue to have one plan, and our LCAP and strategic plan go together. Here's an overview of our school district's profile with our schools, our student population, and our unduplicated students, as well as our budget. Our district takes a multifaceted approach in regards to engagement. I'm happy to report that we do in-person meetings as well as surveys, and we have various outlets for parents and community members, students, families, teachers, certificated, as well as classified staff to participate in the engagement. And within that engagement, we focused on our 3 goals of inclusion, excellence, and community. I'm going to. Goal 1, our goal 1 aligns with our strategic plan, and we are going to focus on developing equity and inclusion and awareness and capacity. We want to target and support and improve the achievement and wellness of our students who are at risk. What we've done this year with our LCAP plan, we wanted to showcase what were new actions and what were actions that we updated based on the feedback we received from our various educational partners. One thing that really stood out in the inclusion goal, we really want to focus on a reading intervention, as well as our cultural assemblies and programming. We like to expand that. Our social media interaction and intervention is very important for our young students, as well as our niche counseling services, which we've really expanded this year to include the Wellness Center, Alcove, male role models. Goal 2, excellence, really focuses on our academic achievement and our collaborative practice of professional development. The goals that are showcased that we really updated this year focus on paraprofessional and professional development. One thing we're very excited to offer to our school district is a Spanish teacher for grades 4 through 6 that came directly out of various councils and feedback that we received. And then curriculum, we are updating our curriculum with phonics where there's a need, as well as science curriculum, and instructional rounds will be a practice that Ms. Bledsoe talked about earlier today. Community is very important. It assists in growing our enrollment in the district. So we will continue our efforts in a rigorous and aggressive marketing campaign about all the great things that Hermosa is doing. Eileen does a fantastic job sharing on social media. what is going on in our community and showcasing all of our awards. We're going to focus on campus supervision, get our kids really excited about school, bring in some community partners so the kids can enjoy their recess with some organized activities. The LCAP process is a whole year process. I know we come here once a year to share the whole plan that we write, but it's a whole year that we're looking at our data, meeting with various groups, doing surveys, updating our goals, looking at our data and how we can improve where we want to be at. But today we're here to share just the draft with you, and it will go back to the board in 2 weeks for final approval. We've shared our draft with our LCAP parent and staff committee and various other groups. Now here's Paula to give us all the money so we can make everything happen.
Thank you, Sylvia. Okay, so first we're going to look at the, this diagram demonstrates our total budget, all of our resources on the left-hand side. On the right-hand side, it's our LCFF resources, and I want to call attention to the supplemental dollars that we are receiving $240,000, and that will be used for our intervention program for our unduplicated students. Budgeted expenditures in the LCAP for 23-24 are 18.6 million, and total budgeted expenditures that are tied to a specific goal listed in the strategic plan and the action plan for each goal is 15.3 million. This is just a snapshot of what the budget, overall budget is, and 82% of the budget eats and sleeps. So primarily our budget is staffing. This is a snapshot of assumptions that are coming through for the 23-24. You'll see the projected state increase of 8.22. That's our COLA. Our projected enrollment is 1309, and we are nearly approaching that number and hoping to move forward to the moderate enrollment goal. Projected net reserve for 23-24 and the out years are listed there. Just want to draw your attention to that the state average reserve for elementary school districts, the TK8 district is 25.37. So when you look at our net reserves, we're right in range. And that's it. Do we have any questions?
Thank you, Sylvia. Thank you, Paula. Are there any questions?
One more thing.
Oh,
We need to highlight the last slide here. If there are any public comments about the presentation, whether it's LCAP or the budget portion of it, please feel free to email jjohnson@hbcsd.org.
thank you.
I just have a Sylvia question.
Okay, Jen, go ahead.
My question is just, I think with the LCAP and one of the first goals about being language arts or reading intervention, I just wanted to, I know you can talk to this. So I know in the like New York Times, they've been talking in New York and lots of states have been talking about getting rid of balanced literacy, bringing in a lot more phonics, Lucy Calkins. Can you just talk a little bit about what we do in our district? I think that we already do that.
Sure. So we have various programs in place in regards to our language arts program. In our K-5, we do have readers workshop and writers workshop, but we do supplement that with various other programs. We have LLI, which is used for intervention, which is leveled literacy. This year, we will be bringing the reading specialist as well as a phonics-based program to provide additional support and just supplement what we are doing in the classroom to provide students the support they need so they can move forward with their reading instruction.
Great, thanks. I know that'll be like on top of people's minds since it was just on a lot of newspapers. So.
All right, Kathy, good. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Moving on to the next superintendent report and board discussion, R-43-2223 on the 2022-2023 HBCSD annual goal report. Dr. Johnson.
Thank you, board. Tonight I'm going to present to you about our annual goals report. Each year, our board spends a better part of 6 months in planning for the next year. And these are the results since our January midterm report for the annual school year. Slide. Oh, sorry. I always forget that it's me. Okay. Currently, we're on target achieving our goals at the annual report. Academic achievement is above the annual goal. That is pending the state testing. But we at the trimester 2 benchmark well exceeded our annual goals. So we are trending to exceed. Enrollment will surpass our annual goal. We're at 1305 right now. The annual goal was 1309. Student wellness programs have expanded when we've seen plenty of opportunities for intervention and enrichment, highlighting just Ms. Bledsoe's and the projects she's done on campus, such as the Student Wellness Center. And then our modernization projects are underway and our fiscal position is strong with multi-year reserves. And here is a summary of our 3 goals. Everything that we do, we align as guiding principles. So in the goal area of community partnership, which is growing our community and business partnerships, we've had much success. Major kudos to Hermosa Beach Education Foundation. They're have currently raised $1,272,000 as of June 2023 with a net revenue of 1.1. We've continued to expand our partnerships with the city of Hermosa Beach and Beach City's Health District, particularly in the areas of safety and awareness. And then we continue to align our educational partnerships, particularly with our high schools. We just learned actually yesterday that MiraCosta continues to take the large lion's share. We had about 11 students go to Redondo Union, and the rest of the 160 are on their way to MiraCosta, with a few going to private school. There you see, as part of our community partnership, is increasing our enrollment between 3 and 5%. We seem to be on target for that. That's 1310, so we're 5 students away from exceeding that goal. I do think a big part of that is the word of mouth about our schools continues to be positive and projected. As example, our net promoter score is at an all-time high with our parents, going from 33 to 50, which is a great score by the rating scale. And then continuing with our 5-year master plan, by July, the board will receive a 5-year plan to reference in regard to HR, technology, and facilities. We completed Hermosa, if you can believe it, man, it feels like a while ago. Hermosa View project was completed within budget with a 311 surplus. The Valley modernization is underway, and the 3.75 million did come in. Kudos Paula and Nancy for working our way there. And then as part of that, we leaned into safety with a safety assessment and recognized short and long-term capital needs. Much of that safety work is going to be done during the summer, and there will still be more to do that we look forward to completing in 23, 24 and beyond. In the area of culture of excellence, our target was to improve in our core academic areas by an increase of 3% performance from the prior year. By the iReady trimester 2 data, we are on target, not just to meet, but to exceed that. This year, we are also recognized as the California Distinguished School. Attendance is an area that we need to work on. I do think that attendance is directly tied not to just our funding, but also to academic achievement. Kids can't succeed if they're not here. So we have some work to do in increasing our ADA, and our goal is to be above 96%. Oh, nope, sorry, I went back rather than forward. Moving on into the area of professional development, we continued to focus on the FMP and reading instruction as discussed earlier. And then we've also leaned into inclusion. Kudos to Sylvia, who wrote a $12,000 grant, and our partnership with the 2 Teach program. That will continue to be a major focus going into next year. We continue to provide supports and services to the students in their general comprehensive setting. Our professional development surveys continue to be, this is, I think it was 3.4% 3.4 last year, but 3.6 this year. So like that middle range. So that's something we need to continue to work on as far as our professional development engagement, and taking our survey results and applying them. And so we've planned this coming year's professional development around the results and the top 3 results primarily, one of which included behavior support, trying to provide our staff with the professional development that they're asking for. We'll continue with our partnerships and using data in order to drive how we meet the needs of our students and how we support our teachers. In the area of culture of excellence, we continue to try to expand programming, particularly enrichment. One of the things I know we're very proud of is the expanded enrichment through our STAR program as an option to our parents. There was plenty of extracurriculars, including the Spirit Games, where we mentioned where all students were taken to the beach. And program offerings, we've also added drama. Spanish now is offered as a 2-year program. And then going into next year, we'll be offering Spanish exploration. The preschool program will begin this coming fall, where we'll welcome 3 and 4-year-olds to Hermosa schools at Hermosa View. Finally, in the area of equity and inclusion, we look at what are we doing in order to support our at-risk learners or our students with social emotional needs that go beyond just academics. We look at a variety of measures from the FMP all the way to our subgroup performance. And there you see a breakdown of some of our areas that we've targeted. We're very proud that in the area of subgroup for special education at the trimester 2 iReady benchmark, that we saw huge growth, particularly in the area of math, and look forward to seeing that state testing performance for our students with special needs. Next, continuing to promote diversity and inclusion across our campus. We've been working with Dr. Orange and continue to do so, and then evaluate her effectiveness on the staff survey for feedback. We'll also look at Panorama School Climate Survey in order to understand how our students respond to survey questions around this area. The Equity and Inclusion Committee has talked about maybe perhaps looking at a few different measures in order to continue to go deeper, in order to get better data about whether or not that is effective. And then it was nice that our work on the Equity Dashboard, which is a product of the Equity and Inclusion Committee's plan, won the Golden Bell Award for data and achievement. Lastly, this is a big long list because, as this board knows, we take social emotional wellness very seriously. We've won an award for it, the Pivotal Practice Award in 21-22. And we continue to chase it with student-centered programs. One of the ones that we'll highlight is the Watchdogs program, which began this year, getting our dads on campus to provide added supports in those very dorky purple shirts. And then we also wrote a grant this year and secured a licensed medical family therapist to deal with more intensive needs that involve family and students at Hermosa Valley. We're going to continue, or we're not stopping. We're going to continue to work and improve our social emotional offerings. Going into next year, we are working on what we call targeted niche counseling, with things such as counseling for students that are struggling with screen time addiction. Thank you. It's been a great year. It's been a hardworking year. It's still not over, if you can believe it. Many of my colleagues can't. And so we are, at this time, I'll take any questions.
Thank you, Dr. Johnson. Do we have any questions on this end? Kathy, Jen, Maggie, Quinn?
One question. My daughter just went through some CASP testing here in the last week or two. When do the results of all that become available? I'm sorry if you mentioned it.
No, that's okay. Usually about July is when we get the comprehensive results. Each year it's coming a little bit faster. So our hope is that we'll have something comprehensive by July. It has gone as late as September.
And refresh me, or pretend I know and the general audience doesn't. In terms of the history of CASP testing, I mean, there's probably a lot of dislocation due to COVID. Like, do we have is it a good year-over-year comparison, or is it going to be looking back further?
No, I think this is a good year comparison. So testing was suspended in the 2021 year, and then it returned to the 21-22 year. And then our results mirrored the 19-20 results. So the fear for most districts, and honestly, the result for most districts in California, was substantial learning loss is what they called it, because the 1920 scores were much higher than the results of the 21-22 scores. And the 21-22 test was an amended test. It was shortened. That was not the case in Hermosa. So this year is the regular test, so to speak, and this is a more normal year. So I think that this is a very fair assessment. And by the iReady trimester 2 results, well, we had achieved so high by the iReady trimester 2 results. We took iReady trimester 3 in the 21-22 year. So our results at trimester 2 this year exceeded the results of last year's trimester 2. So on paper, it almost seemed like we were by achievement, a trimester ahead of schedule as far as the achievement of our students.
Thank you, Jen. You said you had a question. Okay. Thank you, Dr. Johnson. It has been quite a successful year. 6 more days.
Yeah.
Let's get it through it.
Keep going.
All right, perfect. Next, we'll move on to the next superintendent report and board discussion, which is R-44-2223, which is the discussion on the 2023-2024 HBCSD annual goals. These are for approval later in the agenda. The board has spent, as Dr. Johnson alluded to, the last several months going back to multiple workshops to work on these goals for the next school year. So we wanted to open it up to see if there are any, everybody has a copy of them in their folder and they were in the agenda, have any questions, comments, just open it up to general discussion with the board. No pressure. There's a need to be, because we have spent many months going through this, but this is a last chance to forever hold your peace moment.
I heard Stephen McCall wanted to phone in some.
It's not, is it
Yeah.
too late for public comment? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he wants to wordsmith the whole thing. That's what I heard. Well played. Well played. Is there anything from the board? As I said, no pressure, but last chance. So yeah, I don't have anything additional either. We spent many hours over many workshops fine tuning these. So we feel we're ready to go, and let's finish out this year strong and relax a little bit in the summer and get ready to rock and roll come August. Everybody remember, school starts early this next year, 2 weeks earlier. So keep that in mind. I had the date here, August 24th, first day of school. Get ready. So yeah, no, I figured it's earlier than ever been. It's going to come quickly. So I don't know if anybody's watching or listening. Nancy's got it in her calendar. I know. So you got to get ready, man. It's 2 weeks.
We're on
It's
the
gonna
clock
go
again
quick.
because all the construction. Yeah.
All right. So then moving on to consent. Consent calendar. We have a motion to approve the items on the consent calendar.
So moved.
Thank you, Quinn. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Jen. All in favor? Aye. Motion carries. Consent calendar is approved. We'll now move on to board action. There's a lot of board action, but I think we're going to roll through these. We're going to try to roll through these pretty quickly. I'm going to talk as quick as I can. So we will start. Superintendent S-43-2223 on the acceptance of the governance calendar. Dr. Johnson.
Thank you, board. We've actually revised several iterations of governance calendar in the last 2 years. It looks like we finally got it to its resting place, at least for now, and we recommend for approval.
All right. Are there any questions? This end? Nothing. This end? Nothing. Or is there a motion?
So moved.
Thank you, Jen. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Quinn. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. The governance calendar is approved. Moving on. Superintendent S-44-2223 on the 2023-2024 annual goals. Dr. Johnson.
You heard it from Doug, and we're recommending for approval.
Sounds good. We just talked or not talked about this, so hopefully.
I just want to
Well,
say
good.
I'm really proud of us for doing that. Like,
Yes.
getting that. I mean, like, it feels super organized and we worked hard at it and it feels like things are moving in the right direction. So
Yeah. Go team.
yeah, say good job, guys.
Thank
The other thing I'd point out is that there's a lot of continuity to it, which I think speaks well to the goals that have been formulated over time and the consistency of the vision of the board and the leadership of the district.
And from my perspective as a newbie, it's very thorough. Very, we really did rehash it over and over and over and over again.
You want to rehash it some more? Or are you good? Yeah. Yeah, you didn't have the Stephen McCall experience of the goals, so we feel fortunate.
Which we loved. We loved it, Stephen.
Some of
Don't
us,
let
some of
Doug
us.
talk you down about that.
All right, is there a motion?
So moved.
Thank you, Kathy. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Jen. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Goals are approved. Get working.
Yay.
All right.
Now who's on that one?
We did. We did. Now we move on to business. B-140-2223 on the arts, music, and instructional materials discretionary block grant. Gluck.
So it's recommended that the board approve the arts, music, and instructional materials discretionary block grant.
Thank you. Are there any questions? All right. Is there a motion?
So moved.
So moved.
Thank you, Kathy. I'll take Jen with the second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you, board. Moving on to the next business, B-141-2223. Adopt resolution number 12-2223, the preschool authorized signatures. Dr. Johnson.
Just another step in compliance in order to make sure that we're on target for preschool. And we recommend adoption of the resolution for that authorized signature. So Sylvia Gluck can take care of everything.
All right. Happy to approve this one for sure.
Yeah, it's another big deal. These
Yep.
are a long time in coming, people.
Long time. All right. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Thank you, Jen. Is there a second? Thank you, Quinn. All in favor?
Aye.
Use it wisely, Sylvia. Use it wisely. Motion carries. All right, moving on. Next one, B-142-2223 on adopt resolution number 13-2223, the regular authorized signatures. Dr. Johnson.
Yes, this is to authorize so you all can sign off on everything. Thank you.
Wonderful. Are there any questions? Nope. Motion.
So moved.
Thank you, Kathy. Second.
Second.
Thank you, Jen. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Awesome. Motion carries. Next one, business B-143-2223 on adopt resolution number 14-2223, the authorization on temporary borrowing. Ms. Montalvo.
This is also a compliance piece. It is recommended that the board approve temporary cash borrowing between funds.
Thank you. Are there any questions? Seeing none. All right, a motion.
So moved.
Thank you, Jen. Second. Thank you, Quinn. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Move on to business B-144-2223 on adopt resolution number 15-2223, temporary transfers from the LA County Treasury. Ms. Montalvo.
Thank you. This again is also a compliance piece in case we need to borrow from the Los Angeles County Treasurer. So it's recommended that we approve the resolution.
All right. Questions, motion.
So moved.
Thank you, Kathy. Second. Thank you, Quinn. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Next one, B-145-2223 on resolution number 16-2223 for the authorization of on cash transfers between funds for the 2023-2024 school year. Paula.
Again, this is another compliance piece, and this would be between funds, temporary cash transfers.
Sounds good. Any questions? No motion? Thank you, Quinn. Second.
Second.
Thank you, Jen. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. All right. Next one, business B-146-2223 on resolution number 17-2223 for the authorization on cash transfers between funds for the 2022-2023 school year.
This is also a compliance piece for this year. There is a cash transfer that needs to take place between funds that did not get filed previously, so we need to file it now.
Sounds good. Questions? Motion?
So moved.
I think that was Kathy. I'll take Jen with the second because that was simultaneous. In harmony, is all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Next one, business B-147-2223 on resolution number 18-2223 on the CalShape grant to provide energy efficient HVAC units at Hermosa Valley School. Paula.
So we're at step 2 on the CalShape grant for the HVAC funding. There's a resolution that needs to be approved by the board to move forward with the grant approval process.
All right, any questions? Motion?
So moved.
Thank you, Maggie. Take Jen with the second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. All right, I think we're done with the resolutions. That's good. Next, move on to business. That's B-148-2223 on the purchase of radios.
It is recommended that the district, the board approve the additional purchase of two-way radios so that each campus has sufficient radios.
Sounds important. Any questions?
So moved.
Thank you, Jen. Second.
Second.
Thank you, Kathy. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Use them appropriately, please. All right. Business B-149-2023 on the purchase of the Raptor license.
Approval is recommended for the Raptor system software for Hermosa Vista School.
This is the same one that's at Valley?
Yes.
Thank you. Any other questions? Motion?
So moved.
Thank you, Quinn. Second.
Second.
Thank you, Jen. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. All right. This is a big one. This has been a long time coming as well.
Really, I
It's very exciting. Yeah, this is they got buried in all the compliance stuff, but I'm going to take a moment on this one. This is really exciting. This is going to be a big
We're gonna
deal.
go on that dedication. We're gonna have some,
Yeah.
that's gonna be awesome.
That's going to be
Get ready
awesome.
for this, everyone.
All right,
ahead,
so
Greg.
business B-150-2223 on the Hermosa Valley Gym Art Mural Project.
All right.
That gym's gonna feel good.
So yeah, kudos to Jen because like since I got here, she's like, you know, it'd be nice in this very bare gym.
Some art.
This is actually the origin of this was the idea of was Jen giving me a hard time about how bare the gym walls were, and the Equity and Inclusion Committee came together and we determined that we wanted to continue to do campus beautification with inclusive base murals that reflected Hermosa Beach and our goals. We went out looking for artists and got a chance to get acquainted with Armel and Emily, who are local artists and also parents. And they did a fantastic design collaborating with Jessica Bledsoe to provide a mural in the gym that is pretty spectacular. I think it's going to blow people's minds when they see it because it's
really awesome.
It is not just like a little mural.
Nope.
And in turn, I want to give a big shout out to the PTO, who we applied for a special grant, and also student leadership through the ASB fund, who approved dollars. This is a joint effort in funding to make it happen. The work is literally going to begin right when school ends because we have to race to get this thing done. Very excited. Paula and I did a lot on the insurance and business side, and thank you to the board for being open to approving this mural. I really think you're going to be pleased with the final product. Recommended for approval.
Thank you. Are there any comments, questions? All right, is there a motion? Jen, you have the honors.
So moved. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Kathy, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Yay. All right. Okay, next one, business B-151-2223 on the consultant agreement, independent educational evaluations. Ms. Glock.
So approval is recommended for the consultation agreement with Autism Diagnostic Intervention Connections for an independent education evaluation for a psychological assessment.
Thank you, Sylvia. Are there any questions? Is there a motion?
So moved.
Thank you, Jen. Is there a second? Thank you, Maggie. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. All right, we're getting there. Two more. We'll move on to business B-152-2023, which is on consultant agreement, independent educational evaluations. Scott.
So we'd like to have the board approve the consultant agreement with Shoreline Speech to provide an independent education evaluation for a speech assessment.
All right, any questions? Motion?
Just a real quick question. Just like the prior one, this is a contract this is a resolution to approve a contract or an arrangement. This isn't a specific spend amount. It's just to have a service provider in place, right? Got it. Thank you.
All right.
I would so moved.
Thank you, Quinn. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Kathy. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. All right, last one. Personnel P-45-2223 on the 2023-2024 Declaration of Need for Fully Qualified Educators. Dr. Johnson.
This is a normal item that we declare each year. There's no secret that in the state there's a shortage of educators, which continues to be of growing concern. I have been on the receiving end of many hires that we're bringing in because we are growing. And let me just tell you, we are hiring some great people. Our principals and staff are doing such a fantastic job bringing in, I mean, the best. So some really fantastic educators. That said, we pass this resolution each year just to make sure that we are declaring to the state. I think it's also a good message to the state as well, too, that that there's this need that continues to exist. But I just want to assure the community and the board that we are out there chasing it and making sure that not only do we have people to fill these positions, that we have the best people, and we really believe in our hiring practices.
Sounds good. Any questions? Is there a motion? Thank you, Maggie. Is there a second? Thank you, Quinn. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Good job, everybody. 7:58. Even with like an hour and a half of announcements, we rocked it. We rocked it from there. So thank you, everybody. All right, board member roundtable. We'll start on this end. Quinn, Maggie, Jen.
Just a big thank you for all the staff and HBF and PTO to just rock it this year. I mean, I always go by whenever I've been at these schools and just been like, these schools are doing an amazing job. The people there are really running a great ship. So good job.
Kathy.
I ditto what she said. Same thing. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, I'll triple that. Yeah, survive the last 6 school days. Have a great summer. It's a shorter summer. Remember that. August 24th. We'll be ready. See everybody, Brack.
See you on
HB.
Friday.
Yeah, we'll see everybody on Friday at promotion, graduation, call it what you want to call it.
Promotion.
But yeah, HBCSD 2.0 launching full force in the fall. 3 school sites, full day TK and kindergarten, preschool, calendar aligned with Manhattan Beach. Like,
Meatballs.
we're effing doing it, man. So great job, everybody.
Yeah, updated Valley. Let's
Yeah,
go.
no,
I mean, seriously, there's a lot of wins.
best little beach schools. That is not fabrication. That is
Come on
absolute
over.
truth.
Come to
So
Hermosa.
come to Hermosa. It is not just marketing. It is absolute truth. So. All right. Thank you, everybody. With that, is there a motion to adjourn the meeting?
So
Thank you, Maggie. Second, Jen. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Meeting adjourned.